What up, Talker They Ticks? It's your girl Ebbs, and on today's episode of Post That Pissed Me Off, let's get it. So, boom, I was minding my business. I think I was smoozing around on Facebook or Threads or something. I don't even remember. But then I came across this post that said she was minding her business, her own business. This is Jasnice. It's not an unusual take. This is something that I've seen people say before on socials about the particular movie we're talking about, The Line Between Love and Hate. And he said, Jasnice, she didn't miss it. She said she was minding her business, and then boom, he come around playing in her face. And I felt her, right? Because I've said this before plenty of times. Brandy was not necessarily the villain of A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. She was vehemently clear. She said, I'm not interested. And if you really want to get into it, Bobby Brown, he low-key was the hero in this movie, because when she said she wasn't interested, granted, he did the typical YN thing to do and started cussing her out and mouthing off and stuff. But he did take a hint. He took a very direct hint. She wasn't interested. He fell back. He left her alone. It was Darnell, aka Martin, who comes scurrying up, and he took it as a challenge, right? All right, so then boom. So you got Mogul who completely missed the vibe. He missed it, okay? He says, wrong. He cut her off, and then he came to the club, and then she came to the club looking for him. Watch the damn movie. Mogul, it shows that only one person here didn't watch the movie, and that is you, darling. I specifically remember before the club scene, it was the meeting scene. It was the scene where he came up to her, where she was just making a quick little stop to shop, and he came up to her at her car, minding her business, and asked her out, even after and then turned around and threw the card. She didn't even take, when he offered her the business card, she didn't even take it. She said, no, I'm not interested. She was standing on that, okay? And he chucked the card in her car window and stuff like, you gonna call me? And guess what she didn't do? She didn't call him. She left him alone. She wasn't interested. And he turned around and used the information off of her car. I want to say it was a license plate, very stalker-like behavior, and he found her, and he showed up at her job, uninvited, and he then turned around and was still trying to shoot her shot, which again, she says, I'm not interested. He ended up breaking shit in her office and everything, and she still say, I'm not interested. And then he turns around and he shows up again. He pretends that he's interested in a house because she was a realtor. He turns around and pretends that he's interested in buying a house that he know damn well he cannot afford. And he turned around and wastes this woman time. So so far, this is just the first 20 minutes of the movie. She rejected him 3 times. So, I don't know if Mowgli maybe just missed the first half of the movie, but I mean, it's kind of indicative of a larger overall issue in real life. That these women, a lot of us women, we can smell the bullshit on you when you approach us. We can tell that you got the F-boy tendencies. We tell you we're not interested, and then you still pursue. You still spend money. You still steady coming with our time, your time, everybody's time, knowing damn well soon as you nut, you no longer interested in that girl. And I hate that for y'all, because some of these girls, we'll take that. We'll be like, okay, you know what? I had these, he had these. It is what it is. Win some, lose some. It is what it is. And then some of the girls, like Miss Brandy, she told you directly, don't play in her face. And you still tried to play in her face. So can you really be surprised or confused if she does what crazy bitches do, which is, and the comments in the comment section was really what confused me. For example, like where I simply was pointing out everything that I just said. I kept it simple though, brief summary. It seems like dude missed the whole plot of the movie. Like even the main character's mother tried to warn him. You know what I'm saying? His mother tried to warn him. Hell, he kind of was warning himself by how he handled his baby sister getting asked to the prom. Like there were signs. There were signs there. And all I pointed out was it's cute though that y'all would rather blame the woman than the man for his lack of sexual discipline and maturity. And so then boom. That's when we got one. He says, girl, please, you can't go crazy after somebody tells you it's over just because they chose another woman. What a toxic comment. So I'm not sure how Almo got that from that, but again, we'll break it down further for the men who just don't understand. This wasn't a story of a woman who pursued a man and was chasing after him, or they equally were interested in each other in the beginning, and then he ended up choosing over her. Like, no, that type of stuff happens. This was a story of a man who pursued a woman even though she was adamantly not interested in him, and then the moment that he was no longer interested. And, shit happens. That's fine. But, I don't get the idea of you outwardly, that was a lot of effort, a lot of money to pursue somebody who wasn't interested, get her feelings all invested in, look that lady dead in the face and tell her he loved her, only to turn around and move how he moved. Like, he had her driver at the other woman's house. Like, come on now. Like, let's not be obtuse here. Because let's be clear. If a woman played with a man that way, I think they would do far worse than what Brandy did. So, we ain't seen that. So, historically. So, food for thought. What y'all think? This is a very, I feel like, general take of the movie. Like, mature men watched the movie and they understood the point was you don't chase a woman who's not interested in you for sport. I thought that was the moral of the movie, but y'all holler at me, letting me know if I'm wrong.